Hello, great people. I beg Google help us settle this matter as Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi put leg for the same shokoto, begin to fight themselves. Which caused the quarrel? Now Donald Trump, oh, you remember the tweet of Donald Trump when he been talk say, we dey come gun and blazing. We won't come help una defeat all these bandits, all these terrorists, all these insurgents. Where they cause katakata for Nigeria. Now Peter Obi chook mouth, voice in opinion. As he voice in opinion, now Tinubu look and say, Obi, you talk this one, I will never forgive you. I beg Google help us settle this matter before water go past Gary. In a moment, I'll leave you to watch the video of what Mr. Peter Obi said as regards the threat by the Donald Trump government to invade Nigeria and flush out the bandits that are terrorizing the country. I will leave you to watch the video. Then when we come back, we'll be looking at what Peter Obi said in that particular video. We'll also be looking at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what he has done in the past, and the logicality and rationality of his past action, his present action, and his opinion about what Mr. Peter Obi said. We'll be dissecting all these things and a whole lot more. The 2027 dynamics that is gradually shaping, the international dynamics of it. We'll be cutting through the noise, breaking everything down on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. First, let us go and watch the video of Mr. Peter Obi, and I need you to please listen attentively to what Obi said, because I look forward to your impression in the comment section. Is Obi right or wrong? Maybe go look the video. Where caused the quarrel between Tinubu and Obi? Let's watch the video, then we come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
Please, it's not genocide. Please, it's not this. But to me, I'm not safe. Come and help. Somebody offered you something you've been looking for. It is not going to start debating. What is it? Oh yes, me and my wife are living. We are hungry. Somebody discovered, oh, Peter Obi and his family can no longer eat. You are saying no. It's not true. And we ate in the morning, but the one of afternoon, collect the food first, and then you know how you can ration it. That's what it is. That's my reaction. What I'll do, I would have gone. Even today you declare me president, I can tell you, number one priority is security of life and property. Number two priority is to pull people out of poverty. Because the more you pull people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. Number three is to invest in education. It is critical for a basic education. There are millions of people out of school today. A child that is 5 years, 10 years today, did not educate, will become a terrorist and a problem for you in 20 years' time. So invest in him now. Now you have the opportunity. Invest in health. All these people are moving around stealing public money. They don't need it. You're only bringing headache to your life. So that's my reaction to Trump. For me, it's a welcome speech.
There you have it. Does Nigeria need help? Well, I would answer you with one headline, which you can see on your screen. Breaking: terrorists raid Kwara community, abduct pregnant woman, 10 children, nursing mothers. Don't forget that this is the same Kwara community that bandits invade a CSC church, kidnap some people, over 30 persons. Those people have been released, and they have the audacity to go into another community to abduct a pregnant woman. Person will get belle, they carry her. 10 children. These monsters don't even have sympathy towards kids. Then they abduct nursing mothers. And in this kind of situation, does Nigeria need help or not? What is wrong in what Obi said? I look forward to hearing from you in the comment section. But before I continue, let me tell you about the past Tinubu. You know, in my introductory statement, I mentioned it that who is Tinubu and what is his past as regards something like this, insecurity in Nigeria before he became president. Look at what you can see on your screen, my dear people. Insecurity. Tinubu asked Jonathan to resign. Again, insecurity. Tinubu asked Jonathan to resign. And this is published by The Nation, a newspaper platform that's associated with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And look at this. Insecurity. Jonathan should resign. Abeg, shey Obi don do reach this one. Shey Obi don talk say make Bola Ahmed Tinubu resign. He just talk say, abeg, let's make these people, let's make them help you. That was what Mr. Peter Obi said. And let us look at the hypocrisy of the federal government. On one hand, you are tackling Obi, although no be Obi initiate the issue, say he won't come gun a blazing, but you dey tackle Obi. At the same time, you no face Trump. So if we look at it well, why don't you face Donald Trump? Why are you facing Mr. Peter Obi? Then let us look at the hypocrisy of the federal government. You are celebrating the same partnership and intervention Obi asks you to seek, in the sense that Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, led an high-powered delegation of federal government officials to the United States to meet with Rep. Riley Moore and the U.S. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. They met with them, and when they came back to Nigeria, they said that, oh, they had a fruitful meeting, that they were able to lobby the United States to provide support for Nigeria. Now, what is Mr. Peter Obi saying that is different from that? On one hand, you dey tackle Mr. Peter Obi, say Obi talk like this. On another hand, you dey celebrate U.S. intervention and partnership. So that it points to the hypocrisy of the U.S. government. And let us look at it. Trump may have said what he said in an uncomfortable way, but is Trump lying? Does Nigeria not have an insecurity issue? So if Nigeria has an insecurity issue, what are you supposed to do as the president and commander-in-chief? You are supposed to keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Anything Obi says, see it as a distraction. Face the job that you are employed for by the Nigerian people. That should be what should be happening. But you are tackling insecurity as you claim to be doing, and you are now facing Obi. Obi said this, Obi said that. If you don't keep your eyes on the ball, if now wetin people talk, now you dey look at, you no go achieve anything. It be like football player where they pass ball to. He won't go score goal. He can't dey look, he can't dey put ear for waiting the people will be spectator, waiting that they talk. That player no go score. Waiting that player go do now to put eyes on the ball, concentrate, make sure say he score that goal. And that is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs at this point in time. So a situation whereby when people say something, you want to tackle them, definitely you are not keeping your eyes on the ball. And let us look at it. Let us come to the kind of system of government that we practice. Democracy guarantees freedom of choice. All human beings in a democracy have freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of association, freedom of expression. Peter Obi, being a former presidential candidate and somebody that is open to contest in 2027, that doesn't rub off his right to voice his opinion as regards matters that relates to Nigeria. So you can't take away his freedom of expression. You can't take away his freedom of choice. There are two options or three options on the ground. We either leave the bandits or the murderous herdsmen, the terrorists, the Boko Haramists, we either leave them to continue their operation. That's option one. Option two is for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue the way he has been doing, which I believe is his best, but it's not enough. Option three is to seek help or to support what Trump is saying. So Peter Obi has a freedom of choice, and he has chosen to follow Trump and say, well, please help us in a reasonable manner. So if Peter Obi makes his choice in a democracy, do you have the right to tackle him based on his choice or to fight him? That's one thing that we need to look at. All human beings in a democracy have freedom of choice, and in this instance, there are mainly three choices which I've listed to you. So I don't think it is right for the federal government to now be tackling Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi has right to decide just as every other Nigerian, and that is what the federal government must respect. Now, let us look at another thing, my dear people. You did worse than Obi when you are in the opposition. Tinubu did worse than Peter Obi. What did Obi talk? Let Trump help you. If I am made president of Nigeria today, I will first tackle insecurity, poverty, provide infrastructure, right? Peter Obi is operating like a reasonable opposition. But you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with profound respect to you, and that is why I pity those people that ethnicity, you don't finish their life just because it's your brother that is in power. You can no longer say the truth again. You don't forget, say that your brother go come out for power, of which that your brother will the power. I beg, you dey buy garri at a different amount from the people where their brother know their power. You dey buy rice for different amount. If herdsmen, bandit, if they want invade, shey they go look your eye say, this one, leave them, oh, they be special breed. Now their brother dey power. Is bandits not making incursion into Yoruba land? And that is why it is good to say the truth, and it should be on record that the truth is said. In this instance, Tinubu did worse than Peter Obi. Look at it. As Peter Obi organized a protest, as Peter Obi led the protest, just as Bola Ahmed Tinubu did during when Goodluck Jonathan removed fuel subsidy. You remember the Ojota protest? Bola Ahmed Tinubu was one of the arrowhead of that protest. Obi don't do reach that one. So you criticize somebody, but you don't want to be criticized. You have forgotten that uneasy lies the head that wear the crown. And not be crown where they force you wear. Now you talk say, Emilio come. It is my turn. And you are close to power because it is your party that handed over to you. So that means that you already know the problems of Nigeria. So you cannot criticize Peter Obi for the same thing that you did and even did worse while you were in the opposition. That is one thing that the presidency needs to know. Obi has not called for a protest. He has not led the protest. Tinubu led a protest when he was in the opposition. Then Obi doesn't have like good hands. You remember Lai Mohammed? They release statement per seconds. They shred Jonathan to pieces. Lai Mohammed later became the Minister of Information during the Buhari regime. Who is the Lai Mohammed that is troubling Tinubu in Obi's camp? Nobody. So wetin Obi don't do when you want to put hand for a neck? Let us be realistic with ourselves. If supporting Western intervention is a sin, have you sought for Jonathan's forgiveness, Tinubu? If seeking for Western intervention, just as Peter Obi said, collaborate with the US, let them help you. You are out of plan, you are out of strategy. Let the US help you. You need help. No, they do shakara. If that is a sin, have you sought for Jonathan's forgiveness? Because we remember in 2014, when the APC caucus sought the intervention of the Obama government at that point in time, as regards helping Nigeria to tackle insurgency, that Jonathan is weak and clueless, as they put it at that time, that the US should help to help Nigeria tackle insecurity. So you, same Tinubu, when you there among the caucus there, now what goes around comes around. So if you could be among the people that sought the intervention of the United States, and you are seeing it as a sin now, have you sought for forgiveness from the hands of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan? Another thing is that, in all fairness, the president, with profound respect, if you are accountable, if you accommodate criticisms, if you are the type that take to correction, the issue wouldn't have attracted US intervention in the first place. Let us be sincere with ourselves. We live in a country whereby you cannot talk, you cannot protest, you cannot do anything. They will shut you up, they will abuse you, and people decide to seek external intervention, external help. Because in Nigeria now, you can't protest against insecurity. One court is ready to restrain your right from protesting. The police, the DSS, they are ready to come and clamp down on that protest. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu, just like Goodluck Jonathan, if he had been an accommodating president, if he had been accountable, then if he is the type that take to corrections, the matter wouldn't have attracted US intervention in the first place. Another thing is, why not face Donald Trump? Rather, why are you flexing muscles with Obi? Is it Obi that want to come and invade Nigeria? This truth, these are bitter truth that some people may not like. But then we have to say it. We don't speak truth because we are comfortable with it. We speak the truth because it is the truth. Not minding who sucks is God. Why not face Donald Trump? You know if he face Trump, you know if he say Pim, person called Nigeria disgraced country back to back. You know if he say Pim, but Obi just said, why not listen to this man? Maybe if he help you, you dey fight Obi. Let us look at it from so why not face Donald Trump? You asked for the job. This is my advice for Tinubu. You asked for the job. You got the job rightly or wrongly. Get it done. Get it done. Obi is not your problem. The bandits are the problem. The terrorists are the problem. The murderous S-men are the problem. The kidnappers are the problem. The Islamist fundamentalists are the problem. The Boko Haramists are the problem. If I'm to list 20 Nigerian problems at this point in time, poverty, inflation, unemployment, Obi will not be one of the top 20 of Nigeria's problems. So get your priorities right, roll up your sleeves, get the job done. That is my advice for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And another thing to wrap up is, please, The presidency should stop blackmailing people. Stop blackmailing people in the sense that you are saying, oh, because Obi said that Trump should help collaborate with him, you will not forgive him. Obi doesn't need your forgiveness. In all fairness, Obi does not need your forgiveness. Nigerians don't need your forgiveness. Other Nigerians that reason the way Obi reason, they don't need your forgiveness. It is only God that have the power to forgive. So don't put yourself in the position of God. Look at what needs to be done. Do it for the benefit of Nigerians. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. President. I wish you God's grace, and I hope that you'll be able to defeat this insecurity, because if you succeed, Nigerians will succeed. But then we need to tell you the truth. Keep your eyes on the ball. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.